Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston, and welcome to the largest livestock show and rodeo in the world. Before I say anything else, let's kick off this treasured tradition with the board chair of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, Pat Mann-Phillips. Take it away.
It's a great day in Houston as we kick off the 2026 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
All right. Chris, let me start with you. In the greater Houston area over the last year, since the last rodeo, there were about 200,000 new people who moved here. I ran to a girl from Pittsburgh the other day and she goes, I don't know what's going on down there. I said, girl, you just wait, right? But so with that said, let's go through just a little bit of the history of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which started as the Fat Stock Show in 1932.
That's where it started, and it started because some local breeders, livestock breeders, wanted to showcase their livestock. Most of them were Brahman breeders, which from this part of the state is the type of cattle that are produced, and they really didn't have a great outlet to highlight those genetics, and so they just started their own show here to be able to do that, and then it has just grown and grown and grown. We've added different things to bring the community together. All of this is community-driven event, of course run by volunteers, and over time it's gone from the Fat Stock Show to the spectacle it is today.
The spectacle
and so here we go.
We got concerts, we have scholarships, we have all of that type of thing, adding exhibits all the time, the entertainment as well. And then speaking of some other history, Pat, you are the first female board chair, but this is not your first rodeo. You have also, let's make sure you have that microphone, both of you actually, it's almost like your resume started when you were born.
That's quite true. I come from a multi-generational family of ranchers and farmers, so I grew up in 4-H. I showed everything with 4 legs and hair and put a halter on, and as soon as we got to Houston in early 2000s, we decided we're going to check out this Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Yeah, and you did in early 2001, actually,
right?
Became a volunteer. What committee and what brought you here?
Well, first started with the DNA and started the tours committee, so I was touring school kids through Ag Venture, telling them the difference between a cow and a pig, and it grew from that, and joined Special Children's, Junior Rodeo Committee, anything kid related. My husband and I both enjoyed so much, so we've enjoyed it a great deal and worked my way up through the ranks, and eventually was a vice president and joined the executive committee, and now serving as chairman of the board, which is a great privilege.
Your professional background, energy, agriculture, land development, like I said, the perfect resume. And Chris, for you, you are a native Texan, and you grew up raising animals as well.
Exactly. Yes, I grew up in Brazos County in Bryan College Station. Come from a family of educators in the agriculture field and followed in those footsteps as well. We're big believers in promoting agriculture. Pat and I actually met before I ever came to the show. She was a vice president, and we worked on a project at the time when I was running the 4-H program. So we definitely have a lot in common just in terms of how strongly we feel about kids and agriculture.
Yeah.
But
you say you came from a family of educators. There are things that you learn in school, but there are things that you also learn in life. So growing up raising in animals and growing up in agriculture, what lessons did you learn that bring you through adulthood?
Well, there's no question that when you raise an animal, it's all about learning responsibility. It's decision making. It's about setting goals. It's about all those foundational kinds of things that make people successful in life, is the way that I look at it. And so just doing that every single day, and then in the summer days when your dad gets you up and says we're hauling hay all day, you learn about work ethic, and so to me it's the right type of skills. It's the backbone of our country, about respect and responsibility and working with others.
Yeah, and that culture of how to cowboy up and cowgirl up, you had to do that when you came in as a CEO and president, because the year was 2020, everybody.
Yes, we do remember, but we made it through, and I'll tell you what I learned during that is just how much this community loves this show and how we respond to it and want to bring everybody together. This show is a place where we welcome all. It's a place of unity, and we look forward to welcome 2.7 million people again this year at this year's show. And with the weather today, it's time to come on out.
Yeah, and as we know, it is a whole lot of fun, but the ground purpose of this, the money that's raised, is for scholarships, which I know is something that you're very passionate about, and you've overseen some record-breaking moments in scholarships.
That's exactly right, Deborah. Most people don't realize the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is one of the nation's largest scholarship providers. This year, in 2026, we have committed more than $30 million to the youth in supporting education, and that raises our total commitment over the years to $660 million to the youth of Texas.
And when we invest in the youth of Texas, and we've gotten a chance, and we will a little bit later on in the show, to meet people to see how that pays off, right, years to come, to get that education. The other thing is this does not happen without a lot of volunteers.
That's exactly right. We have 36,000 amazing, hardworking, passionate volunteers who volunteer on over 109 uniquely different committees out here. So there's truly something for everyone if you want to volunteer. We love it. As Chris said, we are very inclusive, not exclusive. So we love.
And speaking of being inclusive, you actually have a committee too that what they look at is the special needs children and how to make sure that they can come here and have a great experience as well. So for somebody who wants to volunteer, you look at that whole list. It's on the rodeo website, and find something that speaks to your heart, because here's the deal. You can come out here and have a whole lot of fun, but you're going to work.
That's right. We work hard and we play hard.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
And and speaking of a lot of fun, there have been several marriages that have happened because people have actually, I know these stories, people who actually met in the same committee, and then all of a sudden the next year, like, yeah, we're married now. So you never know. Another side of the rodeo, it's great for singles. But anyway, a little bit different setup this year, Chris. People can come back and enjoy certainly all of the things that's what tradition's made of, right? Your carnival, your foods, your concerts and things. There'll be different tweaks in all of them, but we're going an extra day this year?
We are, and so usually this is our last prep day before we start on a Tuesday, but this year we're going all in, kicking off today. We open the gates at 2 p.m. Wanted to highlight the buckle too. The first 10,000 folks that come will get this buckle for this year, so we're super proud of that, which means on the final Sunday this year we'll do a concert-only performance with our good friend Cody Johnson, also a kid that grew up like Pat and I as a 4-H FFA member too.
I remember interviewing Cody a few years ago, and I said, because for every, like Lainey Wilson, all those folks, they were like, if we could just get a gig at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, Parker McCullum, all those, and Cody was like, from your lips to God's ears, Deborah, and there it happened, right?
Yeah. So he's going to close us out. It's going to be a great show. That is a concert-only performance. There are I think just a few tickets left for that show. But yes, so that means we kick off today and we're ready to roll. Also going to celebrate America's 250 throughout the show on a number of different activities and events. So that's exciting too.
Yeah, lots of concerts, obviously. Rascal Flatts, Lizzo, Kelly Clarkson, Creed, Lainey Wilson, some new notables, Ty Murray, and the Bull Bodacious are inducted into the Rodeo Hall of Fame. It is the first time an animal has been inducted.
He is our initial animal. That's exactly right. We started this a couple of years ago, and so we're looking forward to putting both those into the Hall of Fame this year.
And then, of course, the theme nights that we have.
Yes, we have several theme nights. Of course, this Wednesday will be Armed Forces Appreciation Day. We have First Responders Day. I think that's next Monday. We have a Community Day, and we have our first ever Volunteer Day that we started. It's not our first ever. We just started this a couple of years ago under Pat's leadership too. So plenty of days. Go to the website to find what day best fits you. There's a day for everybody, I promise you.
Right. All right. Okay, so you obviously growing up in the Bryan-College Station area went to A&M, but there's also a little UT in your resume there, right?
Up. Yes.
In fact, they brought it up too when you spoke recently at UT, right?
I did. Yes, they did. I did have some leadership training at UT in addition to my degrees at Texas A&M. They're all good schools, though, as you know.
Yes, they are good schools. I have Howdy on this dress here.
Yes, it's way down.
It's right down there. I didn't notice that was on there when I bought it, but as a Texas grad. But anyway, thank you two so very much for your leadership. As we said, this doesn't happen without great leadership and without great volunteers. So thank you so much, and happy rodeo.
Thank you.
Rodeo.
All right. And for the full daily schedule of Rodeo Houston, head to rodeohouston.com and we will connect you.